If you're thinking about buying the Bose SoundLink Micro, hold on, because I'm about to reveal what most reviewers won't tell you. This tiny speaker promises big sound and rugged durability, but here's what surprised me. It's not all sunshine and rainbows with this $99 speaker. You might expect a pocket-sized powerhouse from Bose, right? But the reality is a bit more complicated, and I'm going to dive deep into the real pros and cons, so you don't waste money on something that might not fit your needs. Stick around because by the end, you'll know exactly who this speaker is really for, and whether it deserves a spot in your backpack or just your wish list. Now, let's face it, portable speakers are a jungle. You want something small, waterproof, powerful, and affordable. The Bose SoundLink Micro ticks a lot of these boxes, but trust me, some of its features come with hidden catches. I'll talk about battery life, sound quality, build toughness, and the infamous Bose Connect app. Plus, I'll unpack the weird little quirks that could make or break your experience. And stay tuned, because I have one particular issue with the microphone that might have you second-guessing the take calls out loud feature. So, who should listen up? If you're an outdoor enthusiast, a casual music lover, or someone who wants a speaker that can follow you on all kinds of adventures, this review is your compass. But if you're an audiophile who demands deep bass or someone who expects flawless Bluetooth performance, you might want to reconsider or at least keep your expectations grounded. Why? Because despite boasting that signature Bose sound, the Micro has its limits. It's like ordering a gourmet burger but getting a slider, delicious but not quite what you imagined. First things first, sound quality. Bose promises loud, clear audio with shockingly deep bass from this tiny device. And I won't lie, it does punch above its weight class. The custom-designed transducer and passive radiators deliver surprisingly balanced sound for the size. However, the bass can feel a bit muddy when you crank the volume up outdoors. It's the trade-off you often get with speakers this size. Small drivers can't move enough air for deep, rich bass. So if you're planning a pool party or beach day where booming bass is king, the SoundLink Micro might leave you wanting more bass power. Speaking of pool days, the waterproof and dustproof rating, IP67, is legit and a major win. You can dunk this speaker underwater for up to 30 minutes without worry. That tear-resistant silicone strap, genius. It's perfect for strapping onto a backpack, cooler, or even your bike handlebars. Just don't be surprised if it picks up some scratches or dents after a few wild adventures, because while the rubberized exterior is tough, it's not completely indestructible. Think of it as your resilient little sidekick, not a tank. Battery life clocks in at up to 6 hours, which is decent but not stellar. On average, you might get slightly less if you crank volume to max or use voice assistant features extensively. And here's where a little frustration shows up. The charging port uses a micro USB cable in 2024, when USB-C is basically the new gold standard. So yes, you're stuck with micro USB cables, which can be a minor inconvenience if you're already juggling multiple devices with USB-C. It's a small gripe, but worth mentioning because tech evolves. But this did not. Now about that built-in microphone for taking calls. Don't get too excited. It works, yes, but it's not studio quality. If you're in a noisy environment, expect muffled voices and some background sound creeping in. So if you plan to use the speakerphone frequently during your hikes or beach days, be prepared for a hit-or-miss experience. Also, the multifunction button lets you access Siri or Google Assistant, which is neat but can sometimes confuse functionality if you accidentally activate the assistant when you meant to pause music. The voice prompts are helpful but can get repetitive after a while, like a tiny robot nagging you to reconnect. The Bose Connect app is a mixed bag. On the one hand, it's awesome for managing multiple Bose speakers, especially if you want to link several SoundLink Micros together for party mode or create separate stereo pairs. The app also pushes firmware updates, keeping your speaker optimized. On the other hand, it feels a bit bloated for just one device. If you're not planning to invest in multiple Bose products, the app may be more of a novelty than a necessity. Plus, some users report occasional glitches where the app fails to detect the speaker fast enough or refuses to sync properly, turning a casual setup into a frustrating ordeal. Let's talk connectivity. Bluetooth pairing is straightforward and reliable most of the time, but range is limited compared to some competitors. You can expect about 30 feet of solid connection before dropouts become noticeable. Also, the simple sync technology that links this speaker to other compatible Bose devices is cool in theory, but rarely used in practice unless you already own several Bose products. For newbies looking for an all-in-one audio upgrade, this could feel like an unnecessary extra step. Before you think this is all negatives, let me throw in some humor because, hey, talking about tech without a few jokes is like a song without bass. A little flat. Why did the speaker break up with the microphone? Because it just couldn't handle the static tension. And here's one for audiophiles. Why don't speakers ever get lost? Because they always find the right sound wave. Okay, one more. What did the Bluetooth say to the Wi-Fi? We're better together, but don't get too close or it's interference. And lastly, why did the Bose speaker apply for a job? It wanted to make some sound investments. All kidding aside, the Bose SoundLink Micro has earned its loyal fanbase for good reason. Its rugged design, waterproof features, and portable size make it a solid option for hikers, campers, or people who want a dependable speaker to bring anywhere. The sound quality is impressive for something so small, though not world-class. Battery life and charging might disappoint those focused on convenience and longevity. So, what's the final verdict? If you're searching for a durable, pocket-sized speaker with recognizable Bose branding, decent sound, and the convenience of waterproof design, the SoundLink Micro is a worthy contender. It's perfect for casual users who value portability more than audiophile-level sound. However, if you want bass that shakes the room or a speakerphone that competes with your smartphone, you might want to look elsewhere or pair this with a more substantial speaker. Remember, every product has its imperfections, but the Bose SoundLink Micro balances portability, durability, and sound quality pretty well for $99. Just don't expect miracles from a device this size. And if you want the best price on Amazon, check the link in the description below where I've gathered the latest deals just for you. Whether it's a gift or a personal upgrade, this speaker can be your audio sidekick for all your adventures, just with a few caveats. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this review helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest reviews so you never get caught out by tech that sounds good on paper but falls flat in real life. Until next time, keep your music loud, your adventures wild, and your expectations just right.